The wait is over, faithful. The 49ers have dropped their 2023 regular season schedule, and much like last year, you're going to be seeing a lot of the red and gold in prime time. San Francisco has 5 games under the bright lights, including 2 holiday games, 3 if you count New Year's Eve. Over the course of the 18-week season, the 49ers will face 9 playoff teams from the 2022 campaign, and the whole lineup is ranked 15th in terms of strength of schedule. So let's get into it. For the 3rd straight season, the 49ers are kicking off the year on the road, traveling to Pittsburgh for the first time since 2015. Head coach Mike Tomlin secured his 16th straight winning season in 2022, but the Steelers missed the playoffs. I know you'll all be excited for this next one. The first divisional matchup of the year comes in week 2. The 49ers head back to the West Coast to play in LA, and they're looking to extend an 8-game regular season win streak over the Rams. Expect to see a fully healthy Matt Stafford and all-pro wide receiver Cooper Kupp in action. LA had a quiet offseason, but these NorCal versus SoCal matchups never disappoint. Mark your calendar for this next one, a home opener worth the wait. Week 3, the 49ers host the New York Giants for Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. San Francisco is scheduled to play all 6 NFC playoff teams from last season. The Giants are the first. That contest is the first of a 3-game homestand for San Francisco that also includes the Cardinals in Week 4 and the Dallas Cowboys in Week 5. It's a new year, a new look for the Cards, who hired head coach Jonathan Gannon in the offseason. That's a name that should sound familiar. He came to the NFC West by way of Philly, serving as the Eagles' defensive coordinator for the past 2 seasons. QB1 Kyler Murray very well could be good to go for this game, and Arizona was wheeling and dealing in the draft to secure its talent of the future after going 4-13 last season. All right, you heard about this matchup in the early release. For the 3rd straight season, a rivalry renewed. The Cowboys and 49ers are set to clash in Week 5. This is a rematch of last season's NFC divisional round game. Y'all know how that one ended. San Francisco put an end to the Cowboys season in 2021 and 2022, so it's going to be another chapter in a historic back and forth. And they're on the road again in Week 6. The 49ers touchdown in Cleveland for the first time in 8 years. Nick Bosa and the 49ers defensive line will get a test against one of the more highly touted front lines in the NFL, featuring guard Joe Bitonio and tackle Jack Conklin. Then it's off to Minnesota for Monday Night Football versus the Vikings, who went 13-4 last season and had their season cut short in the NFC wildcard round. The final game of the first half will be played at home. The 49ers return to Levi's for a battle with Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Cincinnati, a lot like SF, has been knocking on the door of a Lombardi Trophy, making a Super Bowl 56 appearance and also finishing in the Final Four of 2022. The 49ers will get to Week 9 to rest and recharge for the second half, which opens up on the road in Jacksonville. The Jaguars are one of the more intriguing teams headed into 2023. Trevor Lawrence and the crew won 6 of their last 7 in 2022 to claim the AFC South crown, and they kept powering towards a divisional round playoff appearance. Levi's Stadium gets a game in Week 11. SF is set to host the Tom Brady-less Tampa Bay Buccaneers, NFC South champs of 2022, before the gauntlet begins. Buckle up for weeks 12 through 14 in this order: Seahawks, Eagles, Seahawks. The 49ers' first Thanksgiving game since 2014, and it's all going down at Lumen Field. San Francisco swept Seattle in 2022, but the Seahawks had an impressive free agency and draft with 2 first-round picks, so expect a challenge. On to the next. This game was also an early announcement, a chance at redemption. The 49ers are in Philly for a rematch of the 2022 NFC Championship game. This time around, San Francisco has defensive tackle Javon Hargrave in a red and gold jersey. Week 14, it's matchup number 2 against the Seahawks. This one will be on home turf. We're in the home stretch now. Week 15, the team is headed to Glendale. The 49ers didn't make a trip to Arizona in 2022, instead getting win number 2 versus the Cardinals at Estadio Azteca. Moving right along, Christmas Day in the Bay is sure to be something special. The 49ers are back in prime time and back on the Christmas Day lineup for the first time since 1993. They'll welcome in the Ravens for the first meeting between these two teams since 2019. Quarterback Lamar Jackson is coming off the signing of his mega deal earlier this offseason. One last regular season trip to the East Coast in 2023. San Francisco will play the Commanders at FedEx Field before heading back home for a finale versus the Rams. I don't know about you, but there's no better way to end a 2023 campaign. Rams versus 49ers, kind of like the 2021 regular season finale, except this one is at Levi's Stadium. The countdown to football season has begun, and faithful, make sure you don't miss any of the excitement. Get your tickets at 49ers.com/schedule, and we'll see you real soon.